Hi, Kat. Kat. Hello, everyone. Hello, Kat. Today we're talking about The Arrival, which is the second episode of the third season. And it's one of those a bit more low-key, had a very mixed reception episodes. Some people liked it, some did not. And it doesn't have that much to talk about from sort of my standpoint when it comes to sort of production and things like that. So one thing I'm thinking about is, didn't this plane radio ahead? He seems to be talking to everyone else, the person who, backed up and stopped the plane, the person who opened the door, the person who checked out the luggage, the person who signed the airplane out, but never talks to the radio operator, and the plane should have radioed in as it was arriving, and it appears they did not. It's a bit weird. It's a weird oversight when it comes to that plot hole, I think. The main protagonist, he reaches his hand out to touch the propeller of the plane in order to dispel the illusion of the airplane itself, and the airplane disappears. Now, this is technically a kind of difficult thing to do because you have a very wide shot, and of course you have an airplane, then he has to do that thing, and then they have to yell cut, and you have to roll the airplane out, and he has to retake the position. Everyone else has to retake the position, and they do a fairly good job of it. If you look at this, there isn't that much of a difference between these two shots, and that's difficult to do. I mean, they don't have it perfectly lined up, but I think they did a really good job of it. The whole arm into the propeller thing, by the way, is kind of gruesome, because that is, in a twist of incredible irony, pretty much how the director of this episode died some 20 years later or something, when he accidentally came into contact with a helicopter rotor and was killed. It's like, foreshadowing? Hope not. But that's about what I have to say about this episode. It's a very well-acted episode. I like it. It makes a lot of sense for its context. And it smacks of a very good sort of behind low-key horror story. Next is The Shelter. And I will see you then if the apocalypse doesn't come first.